Let's talk about that. Guys, so today we're talking about rattlesnakes, as you saw in the opening scene, and we're actually going to have this be a two-part episode because something pretty spectacular happened as we were recording. As you're about to see, I'm sitting down with 4 rattlesnakes in front of me, and I was talking about how these rattlesnakes come from different areas and look completely different, but they're the same species. Now, 2 males were in this group, and we had no idea that they were going to do what they actually did. And what this is they're fighting for a female. So one of the other 2 happened to be a female. So I'll let you take a look at what happened. It's pretty cool. So we have here before us a species of rattlesnake called the speckled rattlesnake, and as you can see, it's called that because of its color variation. And they actually have this color to blend in with the granite that's found in the areas that they live in. You can see we have 4 different ones.
So as you can see, I was completely caught off guard here. Now these 2 male rattlesnakes are starting to fight now. It's not really a fight per se. They're really just more or less wrestling. One is trying to pin the other one to the ground, and they'll try to flip each other even. Now this video is sped up by 10 times because this actual event took over 45 minutes, and they can even go up for an entire day. So now you see these 2 speckled rattlesnakes, which come from completely different areas and look completely different, are fighting, which is really cool, and you don't get to see this a whole lot. Actually, one of the scientists we were with, he has been doing this for 34 years, studying snakes, and he's only seen this one other time in the wild. So you see there, that was a pretty big hit. Now they'll do that over and over again. Now, what happens is they'll get tired over time, and they'll actually have breaks, defined breaks. And it was interesting as we were sitting there watching this because they would stop for periods, and they actually stopped 4 different times. So we kind of declared it as 4 different rounds. Now, you see this is just going to go on for a really long time, and I'll let you watch this. Here's one of those breaks I was talking about. You can see they're actually stopped and they're not really paying attention to each other. And here they go at it again. Again, this is sped up 10 times because this did take a very long time. A couple interesting facts about these particular species of rattlesnakes is they're a mid-range rattlesnake, so mid-sized. They are hefty-bodied like most other rattlesnakes, and you can really tell that they use that weight to try to flip the other ones. At this particular point, we were witnessing these particular rattlesnakes wrestling, and it'd been about, 30 minutes in at this point, and you're starting to see, that winner, and the winner ends up being the white one. The white one, you can tell now, probably not right now, but you can tell is a little bit shorter than the other one, but it is a little bit heftier. Another interesting fact is the white rattlesnake is actually older than the darker, larger rattlesnake. So we might see something like skill and knowledge play into these fights. Another interesting fact is that these speckled rattlesnakes get their coloration from the granite that is found in their area. So you can get anywhere from pinks to almost kind of yellows, and you can see this white one and the darker one. You also get a lot of reds and sometimes even blues because of the granites that they're found in. They're one of the most colorful species of rattlesnakes, and personally, they're one of my favorites. So we're starting to get to the end of this battle, and you can see they're starting to get a little bit slower. They're not flipping each other quite as much, but you can still see that the white one is getting a little bit more leverage. He's mainly on top of the other one, pushing him down a lot more. And here you go. They're starting to get to the very end, and there you go. We have a winner.
So guys, that was our show. I hope you learned a little something about snake combat and how it's really kind of a beautiful, elegant thing, almost like a dance. So stay tuned for part 2 of this episode coming soon.